The experiences, the concepts you learned in school or in a classroom are all important, but it's how do you apply it to real life? Hi, I'm Steve Lorini, and I'm the next voice. One of the biggest misconceptions about marketing is that success comes from knowing, memorizing, either it's tools or frameworks or concepts in the classroom. The reality is that what matters most is your ability to use those tools or concepts or frameworks to make actionable decisions. A lot of times it's more than just a textbook or a grade on a test that represents that understanding of the tools, and it's really just judgment and strategy with an ethical perspective that is really valuable in the workplace and within marketing as a whole. The experiences, the concepts you learned in school or in a classroom are all important, but it's how do you apply it to real life? And basically everything you learned is your toolbox, and it's being able to pull it out and apply it in situations that maybe you're not familiar with, but you're definitely equipped for. You're in school to get that job in a pathway or a field that obviously you have interest in. The first thing they're going to ask you for on that application when you're applying is, what work experience do you have with marketing? And working doesn't mean you have to be paid for it. Work can be stuff that you've done. And some of those things that you can do as of today is the stuff within the classroom. If you are going into a career choice or a field, or you want to do something specifically that you have interest in, use it as the experience because it'll actually make the learning relevant and fun. But the relevancy piece is the most important. The hook is about learning stuff that you're actually going to use in the workplace. That's where the importance of coming to class with your ideas, your passions, and maybe the stuff that personally represent you and allow you to work on those tools on things that matter most in the classroom, because at least you can see the practical ways that you are taking the elements out of a textbook, for example, and using them in real life. I think the biggest takeaways or the biggest pieces that I tie into my classroom is communication. So it's communicating with your peers, communicating with your professor, engaging in those communication skills of explaining your ideas, justifying your thinking, and collaborating with others. Another piece there is probably getting that real world experience, which we already talked about, but also asking questions that are important. Don't always jump to a solution. Take the time to understand the problem, understand the context, understand the path that you're on. And then understand that when those opportunities come up, you're going to be prepared for it. You'll know how to handle it, and hopefully you have the confidence. And it's not going to be perfect. That's the whole part of learning. But the confidence aspect is so important because you plan and life laughs because life never goes according to plan, and it's just having the confidence to handle. So marketing is always evolving. There's always new tools, new platforms, new trends. I think the marketers who are most successful are the ones that are adaptable. They stay curious. And truthfully, if you're thinking it, odds are someone else has already thought it too. And it's all about kind of getting ahead and taking advantage of that opportunity that's in front of you. Because if you don't, somebody else will. And I think that's the importance of really moving forward as a new marketer. If I had some words of wisdom to them, is take advantage of anything, of any of the opportunities that come up, especially whether it's professional or it's learning experience or just an experience to try something new. The most fun part in all of this is just staying curious, staying confident, and having fun while you do it.